Is there something bigger going on that we don't know? Is there actually an elite that's trying to control population of the masses? Here's why none of that actually matters. Let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Miss Purple P, and I am your intergalactic goddess. Now, before I get into today's video, I do understand that this is a very sensitive topic. This is a very difficult time for many people. I do not want to diminish or belittle any suffering or hardships that anyone is going through. I actually simply want to bring some light and possibly some different ideas to this that hopefully will leave you feeling empowered and just maybe give you something different, a different perspective to think about. Now, let's toy with the idea that there is something sinister going on, that this actually could be spiritual warfare, that this could actually be some elaborate plan by a minority of people who are set to cause harm to others, to possibly control population of the masses, to depopulize. If there actually was such a plan, and let's dabble and entertain that deep dark rabbit hole, let's just put our feet in it just a little bit, not too much though. If there was such a plan, the best case scenario would be that this plan would go undetected, which automatically makes that plan a big fat fail. Why is that? That is because things have been in question from the very beginning. People, places, and things were not adding up, and many people were noticing from the get-go. If there was a plan to keep people in a constant state of fear, to harm others, it was met by opposition from the very beginning. Why? Because even though many people have unfortunately lost their lives to this virus, and most likely there will be more people who will lose their lives to this virus, scientific data proves that majority of people will in fact survive this virus. This virus is not strong enough to wipe out humanity. This virus is not strong enough to even depopulize people on a mass scale. Instead of citizens trusting every news source that they've been hearing, people have started to ask questions for themselves. Many people were asking why local and even federal governments were taking so long to take necessary actions to ensure the health of others, to ensure the health and safety of everyone, which again results in people asking questions, people demanding answers. And when people start digging and inquiring, they start noticing cracks in the system. They start noticing that there are faults in these systems that are there to supposedly help people in the time of need. But when the going got tough, many people were dealt the short end of the stick. If there was an elite that was intending to keep people stuck in their homes while fearing for their lives, they highly underestimated the power of faith. They underestimated the power of unity. In times of uncertainty, it is actually through love and compassion that people actually help each other. People actually lean on each other and say, I am here for you if you need anything, even if that means having to physically social distance. People unite together and say, we will get through this, we will overcome this together. Now, if there was this plan, this intention to control the masses and depopulate, their plan severely backfired because they accidentally kicked off a global mass awakening, which is putting humanity on a fast track to ascension. Why? Because keeping people inside, keeping people away from each other is actually giving the individual time with themselves. It's giving the individual time to sit alone with their thoughts, to sit alone with their greatest fears. And when you sit alone with yourself, this is when the journey truly begins. And that's the journey within. And when you go within, your whole world opens up and it changes fast. The fact that so many of us are doing this at the same time on such a grand scale is creating this massive momentum in the pendulum. And that pendulum is actually the awareness that we are all actually connected. Because what we once have thought about what happens to someone else across the world has no effect on us where we are over here, we have quickly learned that that is not true, because we are so much more intrinsically connected than we ever realized. And this goes hand in hand with the concept that what we do to ourselves, we do onto others. This experience has humbled humanity. It's given us the harsh reality that nothing is permanent, and in fact, every moment is fleeting. Now, why am I saying all of this? I am saying all of this because I want you to know that even if there are bad people in the world, even if there are those in the world who would wish you harm, even if there were people that wanted you to doubt your beliefs and your values, I want you to understand that only you hold the key to your power. And it's up to you whether you give that key, that power away to someone else or not. And if you did give your key away, knowingly or unknowingly, you always have the power to take your key back for yourself and claim your sovereignty. The universe is not out to get you. The universe is always supporting you on your journey, and nothing is excluded from being in divine order. Everything has already been orchestrated, and you have the power to decide what type of reality you want to exist in, what type of reality you want to experience. There are people, places, and things who want you to believe otherwise. And if you keep falling for that lie, that illusion, that program, you will remain enslaved. But it doesn't have to be that way. The energetic frequency of love will always vibrate higher than a state of fear, of anger, of sadness, of hopelessness. It's easy to give into those emotions because they operate on a lower frequency. They're on a lower vibration. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to live from your heart. And if you believe that there are people who should face justice, who should be held accountable for causing harm and irreparable damage to others, have faith and choose to exist in a reality in which those people will be brought to face justice. And let's choose to not give these people, places, things, entities, energies. Let's choose to not give them our energy. Let's choose to not put them on a pedestal. Let's choose to not give them power. Let's take that ish away. Now, if you do not agree with any of the things that I said, that's totally fine. When we get into the topic of quantum physics, we understand that infinite realities exist. Infinite realities exist simultaneously, and that supports the idea that all truths are true, which also supports the idea that we can all be experiencing very different realities. That can explain why we are having different experiences from different perspectives. And that's why I'm reminding you that you have the power to choose what reality, what timeline you would like to exist in and live on. So I empower you to choose to exist on a timeline, to choose to exist in a reality that's for everyone, where we can end suffering, when we can call people to justice, when we can say we've had enough. Let's take our power back. Let's choose to operate on a higher timeline, on a higher frequency in which everyone can live a better life. And on that note, let's take our feet out of the rabbit hole, because we don't want to spend too much time there. We don't want to give too much energy to that, all right? Please, if you found any value in this video, please make sure to give me a like. If you're not already subscribed and you would like to be, please join my community. It's awesome, it's fun here. This is a safe space. We can talk and have an open discussion. Let me know, what did you think about any of the things that I said? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's have a respectable and healthy conversation, putting out good vibes and good energy. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Thank you for diving into a topic that's, controversial. Thank you for hearing me, for keeping an open heart and an open mind. Remember, you are awesome. You are amazing. You have the power. The power is within you. It's always been within you, okay? Have an amazing day, night, whatever. I will see you guys in another video. Bye.